Colony is an episode of The X-Files that's also my favorite TLC reality show. Oops, my sister is an alien clone. But first, the cold open. So, the episode begins with Fox Mulder doing his live journal entry about his quest for aliens. That began around the time he was 12 years old and his sister was 8, and she was abducted by aliens. He says he's never worried about his quest affecting his reputation and relationships. And I'm like, what reputation? What relationships? Fox Mulder, monster boy, FBI man, crazy extraordinaire. This episode also has what I call Mark Snow's anxiety soundtrack. It has a lot of boom and that makes me want to pull my hair out. So Mulder is rescued near the Beaufort Sea in Alaska and taken to a military base, and he's placed in a tub by this very charming doctor who always pronounces body heat as body heat. Body heat. We have to get him in the tub or he's going to lose all of his body heat. It's like a buddy cop movie, but it's body heat. Scully burst in on there, takes one look at Mulder, and her voice breaks. She says, "Oh my goodness, how shrunken is his dick? I need his sperm." It's also why she also tells the doc that he needs to get Mulder out of the warm tub immediately. The cold is the only thing keeping him alive, and you see it on Scully's face, like, the cold is the only thing keeping my himbo alive, but at what cost to his elephant dick? So anyway, it's also wild how Scully can come into any stressful circumstance and just immediately convince professional people to follow her when they know F all about this tiny red-haired woman. And this doctor's very much the same. He's like, "Yes, ma'am, tiny random red-headed woman I just met. Please tell me everything I need to do." But then Mulder's heart stops and we cut to the credits. After the credits, we see some very Canadian actors playing sailors on the deck of their ship in the Beaufort Sea. This is several weeks ago. And they're saying things like, "Cap, a UFO is buzzing us up there and it's about to crash." So then you see the UFO, which is of course being piloted by the one, the only, the amazing alien bounty hunter. So the alien bounty hunter is my favorite character on this show because he's so interesting. I would watch 12 seasons and 2 movies about this guy. So the first thing we see about the alien bounty hunter is him being utterly humiliated in front of these stupid naked monkeys. And so imagine being the alien bounty hunter and you've traversed time and space in ways these stupid monkeys can't even comprehend, and the first thing you do is crash your ship in front of them. Just imagine the humiliation. Like, no wonder the alien bounty hunter is always so pissed off and in a bad mood. I would be too if I was having the day, week, year this guy was having. So we'll circle back around to the alien bounty hunter in just a minute, but we cut to an abortion clinic. And at this point, I'm like, oh, Lord, women have enough trouble accessing good, reliable, safe, and healthy reproductive health care in our country. Now they have to worry about damn aliens and extraterrestrial bounty hunters on top of all of it. So we meet this one abortion doc, and he goes into the break room of the clinic, and there's this newscast on about the alien bounty hunter crashing his ship into the Beaufort Sea, because the X-Files exist in a universe where anytime you turn on the television, whatever is on the television is going to be relevant to what you're going through at any given moment. There's also a really cool guy playing a side character, like a nurse, in front of the doctor, and he is just giving it 120. Like, he's putting his hand on his chin and like looking very riveted by this newscast. He really thinks he's the main character in the anime. So then the doc sees the alien bounty hunter on the news, and he crashes out, and he runs to the fire escape, and the alien bounty hunter's there, and he's like, your plan will never succeed, and then he stabs him in the back of his neck with Mr. Pokey, his stiletto blade, and then he burns the place down, and that is the alien bounty hunter's MO. Like, whenever he captures someone, he just burns the fucking place down, and I wonder if he does that in, like, other areas of his life. Like, what if he's at the library and he's like, I'm done here, boom, burns the library down. What if he's at a damn Wendy's and he's like, I've ordered my bacon cheeseburger, bam, just burns the place down. So then finally we cut to the J. Edgar Hoover building, and Mulder tells Scully about this case, and he's very excited about it. And this is the episode that I think would make a fun drinking game of the camera, like, zooming in to Mulder and Scully's face, and them just saying what, and looking very bemused. So this is what happens here. Mulder's like, hey, there's these three docs. There's these three docs, and they have been, killed in these very suspicious ways. And Scully's like, they're just triplets? And it zooms in on her face, and she says, what? So we go to New York, and we meet this guy, this actor, and he always plays a cop that catches Mulder in a lie. And I just like to think that they're the same person, and he's just playing on Mulder's gullibility. So this guy's like, yeah, you're fucking stupid, FBI agent. And this guy is brought in, and he is a, like, right to lifer guy, and they think he's the one that burned the abortion clinic down. But as he points out to Mulder and Scully, he saw this advertisement in the paper that had this abortion doc's photo in it. So they go to the newspaper, and where this ad was put in. And I always want this deleted scene of the alien bounty hunter coming to this newspaper woman and putting this ad in. So the alien bounty hunter has intelligence that we as humans can't even comprehend. So when he comes to the Earth and he's like, okay, I have to find this guy, what am I going to use in my arsenal of just time and space and reality bending things, technology? Newspaper. That's it. I will put an ad in the newspaper. Print journalism will be around in 30 years, right? He's very much giving Eugene Victor Toombs when he hibernated under that mall. And I'm like, bold of you to assume, Toombs, that malls are going to be around in 35 years. So that's what this guy does. Also, the newspaper woman just completely rolls the alien bounty hunter and just swindles him for as much fucking money as she can. So that's also wonderful. So Mulder and Scully narrow down their search to Syracuse, New York, where there is a doctor, and one of these alien clones there that looks like this group of abortion doctors. And they call Agent Weiss up on the phone. And poor Agent Weiss, he is the Laura Palmer of this universe. He appears in the show for like 2 seconds while he's alive, but they keep bringing this guy's corpse back. They have no respect for him. So Agent Weiss goes there, and he gets killed. And so it's again we see the alien bounty hunter just having a bad day. He's trying to villain-splain to this alien clone doctor he's about to kill, and Agent Weiss just busts in on him, and the alien bounty hunter's like, damn it, can't I just have a minute, please? So the Mulder and Scully come to the house in Syracuse where this doctor is, and the alien bounty hunter has shapeshifted to look like Agent Weiss. Scully is very much smelling a bitch in this episode. She smells the alien bounty hunter, and she's like, yep, that's bitch smelling right there. Also, Mulder and Scully go in the house of the doctor to look around, and this is a very populated residential neighborhood in Syracuse, and the alien bounty hunter like sneaks up to the trunk of the car, chucks Agent Weiss's body in, and like looks over his shoulder for anyone coming. And I'm like, bitch, there are people at their windows watching you. How do you think you're going to get away with this? So obviously the alien bounty hunter also does not know how windows work. So we cut back to FBI headquarters. Mr. Skinner is angry at his son. He calls Mulder in there and he says, damn it, Mulder, all I want you to do is paperwork. And he's like, but Agent Weiss is dead. And Mr. Skinner's like, I don't care who's dead. You better have paperwork on my desk Monday morning. Mulder, you better write 250 times, I will not put an agent's life in danger in my pursuit of aliens. And I want those sentences on my desk, Mulder, at 8 o'clock Monday morning, because until then, you and I's butt is in a sling. So Mulder's having a bad morning. He goes to his office and he calls Scully, and she's at home looking so cute and so cozy. And she's like, Mulder, I'm at home. You can come over and we can make out if you want to. And so again, he tells Scully that Agent Weiss is dead, and we get this wonderful close-up of Scully's face, and she's like, what? So Scully tells Mulder she's located some more of these Dr. Alien clones. And she's like, Mulder, guess what? This one's in Washington, D.C. That means I don't have to go anywhere, Mulder. Because Scully's a cancer woman and she doesn't want to leave her house. I mean, I feel you, girl. I'm right there with you. So then Mulder comes to Scully's apartment, and there is this absolute dead-ass creep named Ambrose Chapel. And he's just kind of at the front door of Scully's apartment building, like craning his head around, trying to look in her window. And I'm like, that's a great way to start a relationship. So Ambrose Chapel tells Mulder this story that he works with the CIA and that he's tracking down these alien clones. And he says they're put in place, for example, in abortion clinics, to fuck up the country's immune system, like blood supply, medical care. And every time I hear that line, I think of the pandemic and every other situation. And I'm like, yeah, thanks. We don't need aliens to fuck our shit up, okay? We're doing perfectly well on our own, aliens. We don't need your help. So, this guy tells Mulder this pie in the sky story. And at this point, I'm like, Mulder, you deadass encountered the Eves, okay, in the episode, Eve. Like, why do you think this guy would have nothing to hide? Why do you think he's being completely upfront and honest with you when, how many episodes ago, like, these shady-ass government bitches were cloning people? Why are you trusting this guy? So it cuts to this guy named Dr. Dickon, and we get our first look at Mulder's sister, Samantha Mulder. We just don't know it's Samantha Mulder at that moment. So, Samantha is a tweed queen. I love how she has the exact same fashion sense as Dana Scully. That's a really nice touch. She is a tweed queen. So as we learn, Samantha Mulder was raised by aliens. And I think the aliens were those aliens that received that transmission from Earth back in the episode Little Green Men. And it was a very outdated version of human culture and fashion. And so when their daughter Samantha came of age, they were going to release her back into the wild, like in the movie Born Free with the lion. And they're like, okay, honey, we're going to give you this thing, which is a vestige of your human heritage. It's like Superman's cape being his baby blanket from Krypton. And he's like, a tweed jacket. You must wear it at all times. So, Mulder and Scully meet Dr. Dickon. Samantha hides in the closet. I mean, it runs in the family, right? We'll get to that in a bit. And, Dr. Dickon jumps out the window. Bro gets up and adjusts his glasses like he jumps out of windows every day. He does a little somersault in the air. He looks like he jumps out of windows for fun. Mulder chases after Dr. Dickon, and when Mulder's running, he's like a dog. And he's like a dog. He thinks he can outrun everything. And he thinks he is tougher than everything. And he's running across the street. A car is coming. He makes eye contact with the car. He gives the car a little nod like he's going to stop. And then immediately plays chicken and just rushes out in front of the car. That car hits him and he does a pirouette in the air. He is a fucking pinwheel. It's like when a squirrel runs out in front of you and they're like, do I go this way or do I go this way? Am I going to stop or am I going to go? And I'm like, make up your mind, you dumbass rodent. So then the next morning, Mulder's in his office and Scully confronts him. And she's like, you know, Agent Weiss is dead. This Ambrose Chapel guy is a real creep. I don't trust him. She's like, that alien clone's body melted the asphalt and I stepped in it and it burned a hole in my cutest shoes. I love that is Scully's priority. She's like, Mulder, alien clones, extraterrestrial bounty hunters, I don't give a fuck. These shoes are adorable and now they're ruined. So you got to keep your priorities straight, right, Dana Scully? So then Mulder gives Scully this speech about Agent Weiss dying, and he's like, these are the risks we take. And I'm like, oh, really, Mulder? Because, you know, what is it, a few episodes ago when Agent Steven died in Young at Heart and when Agent Jerry Lamont died in Ghost in the Machine, you were really fucked up, Mulder. You know, you were really messed up, but now it's like, oh, these are the risks we take. It really shows, like, how much Mulder cares about people in his quest to find aliens. Like, they're casualties, and he can accept, what is it, the Lord Farquaad, strike beam, he's like, some of you may die, but that is a risk I am willing to make. And that's how Mulder feels about people in his quest for aliens. Like, he doesn't fucking care that Agent Weiss died, as long as he's gonna get to see an alien, right? So, they go to the morgue, and of course, Mulder and Scully do what Mulder and Scully do best in a morgue, and they fuck. And I always like to imagine Agent Weiss's ghost, like, just hovering there, being like, God damn it, guys, I'm not even cold. Could you wait, like, a few days to fuck in front of my corpse? So then, a guy comes down to the morgue, and he's like, hey, Agent Mulder and Scully, Assistant Director Skinner sent me down here because there's a lot of weird noises, and we just wondered if anyone had died. And so, Scully's like, Mulder, what should I tell Skinner? And he's like, just tell Skinner I got hit by a car, and I want that deleted scene where Scully goes to Skinner, and she's like, Mulder, he got hit by a car. And Skinner's like, what? Well, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Then, Skinner's there. He tells Mulder there's been a family emergency. And, Mulder calls his house at Martha's Vineyard. And his mom picks up the phone. And Mulder's like, Mom, why are you at Dad's house? Are you and Dad getting back together? Are you and Dad married again? Can I stop this fruitless and pointless quest to somehow earn your validation? And of course, Mrs. Mulder's like, oh no, Fox, me and your father are still divorced. So then, Mulder's father tells him, like, Fox, we need you to come up here pronto. And Mulder's like, could you give me a fucking hint before I haul ass all the way up to Rhode Island? Mulder's father is played by a guy named Peter Donut. Now that might sound very charming, but this guy, Bill Mulder, is the villain of the X-Files. Oh, you thought it was Fluke Man or Toombs or Smoking Man or even the aliens? I don't think so. Bill Mulder is the reason the X-Files exist. Mulder wouldn't have been seeking the validation of an alien quest if Bill Mulder had just kissed his son on the forehead and told him he was doing a good job. So then Scully goes off to a warehouse, and she's sneaking around in Mulder's hoodie, Wear your platonic coworker's giant oversized hoodie to work day. I want this to be an action figure of Scully. Like, she's got the oversized hoodie, the leg warmers, the trainers, her beautifully coordinated fanny pack. I just want her to be an action figure. It's like alien fetus sold separately. So Scully watches the good CIA agent Ambrose Chapel kill another alien clone, and the body again just boils down into the carpet. It makes me think of that famous Michael Jackson song, "The alien died and left the goose stains on the carpet. You've been hit by a smooth brain imbecile. Dun 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 dun." Ow! So then we cut back to Martha's Vineyard, and oh boy, we see Bill Mulder, who coincidentally looks like all of the sugar daddies Mulder has ever thrown himself at, and he starts to give this speech to Mulder when Mulder's like, "Dad, what happened? Are you and Mom okay?" And he gives this speech where he says, "Certainty becomes a comfort." He says, we bury our memories so deep after all that has been destroyed. And every time I see this scene, I'm like, well, we know where Mulder gets his Mulder logging from. So then Mulder goes inside, and Samantha the Tweed Queen herself is in there, and I say, yes, let the Mulder family sibling dumbassery begin. Mrs. Mulder, you know, has that shirt that says, "Proud mom of some dumbass kids." And then we get to see Mulder tucking his mom in bed. She looks her son dead in the eye, and she says, "It is your sister, Fox, isn't it?" And Mulder says, "I don't see who else it could be." And I'm like, oh, really, Mulder? Are you sure about that? Even though you've investigated a government conspiracy cloning little girls called the Eves, even though you have actually met an abortion doctor masquerading as an alien clone, even though you have seen evidence of the alien bounty hunter himself, you know the government is doing sketchy shit with clones, aliens or otherwise, and you're like, that you know is connected to the federal government and specifically to your family, and your explanation is, I don't see who else it could be. Yeah, that's crazy. That's what happens to me all the time when random women come to my door and they're like, hey raccoons, it's me, your long-lost sister. I'm like, well, LOL, I don't need to go on Maury for any test results. That's all the proof I need. This episode is showing Mulder at his most gullible. So then, he goes and talks to his sister on the front porch of his big-ass house, and right away, he says, like, where do we begin? She launches into a very famous Mulder log, and every time I see this, I'm like, man, you can take the Mulder out of the crazy, but you can't take the crazy out of the Mulder, can you? Even though Samantha was raised by perfectly mild-mannered alien parents, you'd think that'd take the edge off of the crazy that is her birthright, but it doesn't, of course. So she tells Mulder that all of these memories of her human family was repressed, but then she said, it's all coming back to me. You know, like the Celine Dion song where she's like, the alien abductions, it's all coming back to me now. So then we see Scully. She's back in her tactical hoodie, and she's off back to the warehouse to look for the alien bounty hunter, masquerading as Ambrose Chapel. We see the alien bounty hunter, and Samantha Mulder, as she explains to Mulder, he can disguise himself as anyone. And I'm like, so why isn't he running around as, like, Woody Allen or Jay Leno or David Letterman or you know, Janet Reno? Why isn't he running around as these famous celebrities? It makes me wonder, in the episode Jose Chung's From Outer Space, that weird-ass cameo of Alex Trebek, was that just the alien bounty hunter? and he'd watched an episode of Jeopardy, and he's like, well, this is it. I guess I'm taking on this form now. So then Scully gets on a bus in her cute-ass outfit, and then we see the alien bounty hunter on the bus. He doesn't know how to drive a car, but he's figured out buses. But I don't know if he understands about bus fares. He might have just gotten on this bus and just glared in an intimidating way at the driver until he led him on. So the alien bounty hunter overhears Scully, and I always like to believe that the alien bounty hunter abducts Scully for a reason other than holding her hostage. He has no idea what to do. He is so in over his head right now with this trip to planet Earth and trying to find these alien clones that he's like, you know what, this little redhead, she obviously knows how to person. I'm just gonna take her and she can teach me how to human. That seems like a good idea. But when he gets her, he like turns into Mulder and he's like, oh ha ha, as you see, Agent Scully, I can take any form I want. And Scully's back there not scared at all. She's like, oh really? Oh, so I guess there's 2 Mulders now. That's great. And the alien bounty hunter says, no, you should be afraid of me, Dana. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm terrified. She's licking her lips. She's at a hotel, and she's like, well, we've only just met, Mr. Bounty Hunter. And he's like, whoa now, hey, don't take it that way. Don't take it that way. And then it cuts out to be continued. Executive producer, Chris Carter. We'll see y'all next time.